Shalom, give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and double honors to the elders and apostles that taught us his truth, and peace blessings to the brothers doing his work in truth and in sincerity. Jumping right into it. This is Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. And Babylon, aka America, is going to be that sore destruction unto you. Because America, in the way of life that America promotes, it yields death, It yields wickedness. And we know that the wages of sin are death. So, if you sow to the American way, by default, you're sowing death, Because what's the American lifestyle, man? People are sedentary. Everybody, their only focus is on getting money and having fame and, being popular and, everything's sexualized, man. Everything's about consume. Everything's about entertainment, and that shit takes a toll on your spirit, because when you come into this truth, you have to have a mindset shift, as Yahweh Shai said, if you want to inherit the kingdom, you have to be born again, and that's mentally and spiritually speaking, not literal. So you have to be able to forget everything that you've been taught and relearn a new way of life, because the kingdom of heaven starts within us. So we have to, first and foremost, get into that that kingdom mindset, all right? Be kingdom minded, So first and foremost, learning how to, have a natural way of life, Live with the land, live with the earth, live with the spirit. Whereas America, their lifestyle is, people are habitual smokers, drinkers. People are all about adultery and gain, and everything sexualized. And, you got the alphabet community promoting all their things and all this gender equality. And it's just a never-ending cycle of death in America, And you have to realize that your body is your temple, Your spirit resides within your body. Your body is the vehicle for your spirit, And I believe that your body is a direct reflection of your spirit. So therefore, we have to live in a way to where we are one with the spirit, all right? And our bodies are being well groomed and taken care of. It's a direct reflection of your spirit. You live righteous, or you are righteous. Look, I should say, so you think, so you do. So if you think righteousness and holiness, you ought to do righteousness and holiness. So being holy, being set apart, not being like the people, not eating like the average person, not communicating like the average person, not indulging in things as the other person, There's a lot of things in this world that are lawful, but not expedient. And having moderation in all things is going to ultimately yield the best results. Not being over obsessive in anything. That's something we all have to work on. But America is going to pollute you into being what? Consumers, because that's all America is about. Consume. Entertainment. Buy. Drink, all these different things, man. And ultimately, the way of life America is going to yield to, a nuclear destruction. And you'll be a part of that. And you don't want to be a part of that destruction and that death. You want to be deemed righteous and worthy for the Lord to hear your prayers and accept your sacrifice, man. And the longer you live in America in this truth, the more your spirit starts to get weakened, Because we have hope for the kingdom to come, but the days keep going on. And we keep seeing people in their wickedness, and we keep growing in knowledge, and sorrow just increases. And that sorrow can overtake thee and have you starting to be complacent and, feel like you're in limbo, if you will. But you have to be in a constant state of growth, all right? Let's jump over to Judges 5:11. It says, they that are delivered from the noise of the archers in the places of drawing waters, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of the villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates. Right. So that place of drawing water, man, that's equivalent to slavery, man. And here in America, our people are enslaved. Whether you want to believe it or not, however you want to look at it, we were brought over here. Majority of us were brought over here, via slave ships, and even the ones that tribes that were already here, they were forced into slavery, man. They were forced into camps. They were forced into actual slavery. They were, you know, they were forced off their land and put in little plots, reservations, and different things like that. They were deported and became immigrants now, you know. And even here in America, we're still enslaved because we're enslaved to the American system. We don't have a standing army. We don't have our own culture, our own seat on the United Nations. We don't have our own currency, our own, I think I said our own military. We don't have anything. We don't have our own government. So we have to realize that here in America, we are enslaved, all right? Most of our people are in small pocket of areas in the major cities, okay? And what? The major cities in these small pocket areas are crime ridden because it's nothing but poverty. It's nothing but wickedness. It's nothing but things that bring you into a low vibration, okay? There's no quality foods in these neighborhoods, okay? There's nothing but fast food, all these different manufactured meats and processed sugars and different things that make you obese, things that bring your energy down, your vibration down. All of our movies and our music and our entertainment is all violence and sex based. So that's all that people are about, man. Entertainment, sex, drugs, money. And America breeds greed, okay, and pride. All right. Always, and in the American life itself, it makes it difficult to live without money. And we know money is a defense and money is a good thing. But it's the love of money or the chase of money which ultimately is going to be yield evil and wickedness. Because now your eye will start to be single on getting money so that you can have a certain lifestyle, and it's like that takes your focus off the Lord, as it says that the unmarried man care for the things of the Lord, that how he may please the Lord, and and that could just really mean that can go both into married, like in a literal sense, and also married as in a spiritual sense, as in you're married to this way of life. You're married to the pursuit of money, because usually that's usually the number one thing that distracts people from their purpose in the world, or at least in its truth, I should say, is the chasing of money, because it is important, because you need money to live. It's okay if you want to get out of a crime-ridden area. You want to make a little bit more money so you can afford to live in a little better neighborhood. It's okay if you want to make a little bit more money so that you can afford better quality food. It's okay if you want to make a little more money so you can have a more reliable and newer car. Those things are okay, but you also have to understand the focus and the priority. Our priority, first and foremost, is the Heavenly Father and His truth. And if you're set up to be a teacher, this ministry, and then those things come second, all right? Meaning, you can have a job and your job might have a schedule and you follow that schedule, but make sure that within that week and those days, you always set time to do this work. And if it came down to it, you had to make a choice. Let's say it's on your day off and you have to make a choice between going out and doing this work or picking up overtime to make extra money. Your choice should be to go out and do the work if that is on the agenda. If there was an opportunity between the two, and by you making that sacrifice, the Lord will bless you more abundantly than you would if you would have chose to go to that shift, man. It's little things like that. That's the mentality we got to start having. And within reason, what I mean? If you get called into work and you have to go, then, that's just what it is. We're in captivity. All right. We're rehearsing the righteous acts, but make sure that you make an effort to give your sacrifice to the Lord, whatever that is. When you're at work, be in the spirit, take a little break and, whatever that looks like for you, man. All of us brothers have, our focus, we need to realize that America it's a cancer, bro. And it's like we're sitting in a radiated room, bro, and it's just killing us from the inside out. All right. I'm going to jump over here to 2nd Esdras 7, and I'll start at 6. There's also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field and is full of all good things. And what's that city, man? That city is the kingdom of heaven. All right. And those all good things are ultimately just going to be everything that comes with it. You know, first and foremost, starting with those new bodies that are going to be immortal and then indestructible, never aging. All right. No pain, no sorrow, no negative emotions, man. Only joy and prosperity. And then all the other things that come with that, man. All knowledge, wisdom, understanding, you know, manipulating of the elements and abilities beyond the human comprehension, and, you know, not needing to sleep, not needing organs, you know, to live. You know, your body is just a body, and everything on the inside of your body is just pure energy, man. You know, we don't have a brain and a heart and lungs and muscle, you know, skeletal muscle and veins and blood. We don't have all those things, man. Our body is just a form. It's a figure. And then everything on the inside is just pure energy, bro. Spirit. You know, that's one way of looking at it. Verse 7, and this is the point, really. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water. And the point really is showing that the entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall. What's that dangerous place to fall, man? Ultimately, it's America and all the places in the world which follow America, aka Babylon's way of life and way of society. Okay. But let's just, for edification's sake, America, okay? Babylon is that dangerous place to fall, because at every corner and at every turn, there's nothing but wickedness, distractions, and things that are going to try to bring your spirit down, that's going to try to bring you into a wicked way of life. Everybody around you, as soon as you turn on the TV, as soon as you open up social media, everything around you is just yielded to bring you down and take you from the Lord. So you have to have that mental fortitude, that discernment, all right, that serenity, that strength, that discipline to be able to use this world but not abuse it, right? Because the fashion of this world passeth away. Now, it's okay to use these things in the world, you know, for certain purposes, you know, whether it's time killers, you know, it's okay to have personal pleasures. And as long as it's just that, you know, it's not an addiction. It's not a way of life for you. It's not a passion, and it's a purpose. You know what I mean? Our purpose is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and that's it. Okay, you can have passions and personal enjoyments and things like that, but in terms of purpose and drive, it's all for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. And it all should be for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. And everything else comes after that. So if you focus and make your eye, your heart on being the best servant and brother that you can be for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, everything, every other aspect of your life will fall into place, okay? Your work ethic will improve at your job, you know, which will help you what? Get that promotion, get that raise, you know, or you might be more confident, you know, just in your own personal abilities, intellect, and self of being, or whatever, and that allow you to be a little bit more open-minded and you know, more appealable to people, so, or impressionable, so you might meet somebody who gives you an opportunity for a higher paying job. You might do better at that interview. You might come across an opportunity, and, you know, whatever the case is, if you focus on the spirit first, everything else will fall into place. The Most High will bless your hands, man, because it says in Deuteronomy, it says, I believe the 30th chapter, it says, choose this day, I set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. You know, choose life, man. Choose blessing. Because if you choose life, ultimately you're choosing the ways and the culture of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, which is going to yield life. And by you choosing that and making sacrifices on this side, the Most High will what then bless your hands. So the things that you put your hands to, the Most High will bless it, because ultimately the Lord's not going to give you anything that you can't handle. So if your mind is set firmly on the kingdom and doing his work and being a servant, you know, and being a better Israelite, I'm going to say, you know, being a better Israelite, you know, in its entirety, the Most High will allow you to have an increase in this world because he knows that you can handle it. But when you're still in an immature mindset to where you're kind of like tossed to and fro, or, you know, you're desperate, you know, and you're struggling and you're stressing about the affairs of this world, the Most High is going to be more hesitant to give you these things, because he feels like when he gives you an increase in this world, that same level of stress that you feel, how it's affecting you now and making you focus more on trying to build in this world, then will go to the contrary. And now when you get this, you know, you're going to be in a state to where now you feel like you're good and you don't need for nothing, you know, because you had this increase. And then what's that going to make you do more? It's going to make you indulge more in pleasures, you know. And you just have to have this mentality. You have to be real with yourself, you know. And I'm speaking from my own personal perception first, and then speaking to you brothers. All right. So just remember that America and this world is set to destroy you. And, you know, don't cast your cares and your fears of this world. You know, you should be nonchalant in this world, you know, and everything that happens that applies with this world. You should be nonchalant. You should be fluid like water. It should just be whatever. And then the only things that you give emotion and you give all of your everything is this truth. And I guarantee you, or through the Spirit, I believe and I'm confident that the Most High will bless your hands for whatever else that you do, you know, and helping you grow so that ye can inherit the kingdom. And that's the most important thing, is salvation, man, and being kept in the time of destruction. So Lord willing, this video was edifying.